Good morning. So I have some bad news. um, let's keep in mind that this is all about learning and figuring stuff out. So yesterday I talked about how I felt really low on my sleep. Like if I had a little sleep meter, it's going, it's low. um, so I messed up. I messed up according to my calendar and according to the guidelines I've set up for myself. So I'm going to tell you about that, tell you why I think I messed up, and what my plan is going to be moving forward. So yesterday we're going to call a fail at the carnivore diet. That doesn't mean we're going to stop and just like be done. The challenge goes through January, so I have today's the 10th, so I have 21 more days to try and get this right. 30 so and that's as long as my 21-day fast was in December, and I'm counting December as very successful, so there's still plenty of time to make this successful. So was feeling tired. I came home from class and did a couple of things and then laid down to take a nap. And part of my problem honestly is my sweet little kitties. So I was in the middle of a nap and I could feel it was a really rejuvenating one, but just right at one of those deep sleep cycles, I heard this little tiny twitter. That's how one of my cats meows. She just does this little twitter sound. I can't really do it. Um, and it jerked me out of my sleep. And I don't know if it's like my mothering instinct because I'm female or something, but little sounds like that immediately wake me up, because I need to care for something. So I'm thinking I'm going to take another nap today. It's in the plans, like I wrote it down. I think for that, the kitties are going to go in our upstairs. They can't be back here on the back porch for too long. I mean, they could. It wouldn't hurt them. It's just really cold back here. Maybe they will come back here while I take my nap, because their lunchtime is between like 2 and 3 o'clock, depending on when I'm home. But she woke me up at like 1:30, and I wanted to sleep until 2. And it was a short nap. I like laid down at like 1:15 or something like that. But here's the problem. She woke me up and I went into the kitchen. I'm just going to feed you and get it over with and go back to my nap. But my brain was off. Like I was so tired and I was ravenous. My body needed to do something. What it really needed to do was keep sleeping, but what it told me it needed to do was start eating. So I started out doing really, really well with carnivore. I had like some tuna, or not tuna fish, I had some sardines, and then I fried a couple of pieces of bacon and some eggs, and I had some more of my chicken liver pate. Um, and I actually also did a good job. I weighed myself before, um, and then I ate until I felt full, and then I weighed myself again, and I gained exactly 3.5 pounds. So, oh, okay, I feel full after eating 3.5 pounds of food. Well, so actually, one of my piano gigs that I usually play for, it got canceled. So I was in the house longer than I originally planned. I know yesterday I talked about how I was going to be out of the house all afternoon. It was going to be so easy to fast. So I was sitting around. First of all, eating takes a lot of time. I'm just amazed at how much time it takes to just sit around and cook food and eat it. Um, at least when I'm making myself lunch or something, and it was really simple stuff too, like bacon and eggs. Like how long does that take? Um, but I was home longer than I needed to be, and then it got to be almost time for me to go to work, and I was still tired, and I was still hungry, so I ate some more and I ate some higher carb things, despite knowing that it was probably going to kick me out of ketosis. I forgot to check my ketones this morning, but I will check them tonight and or tomorrow and report to you. Yesterday I had moderate ketones, which is great. Um, so yeah, I just messed it up, and it's the sleep thing, and my sleep problems come from, maybe not getting to bed on time. My husband and I are still working on that. It's something we've been working on for our whole marriage, but he finally has an incentive to get to bed on time because for his new job, he has to be there by 9, so he can't get up and end up at work at 11 or 12 like he was doing with his other job. They didn't care. They just wanted him to be there a certain number of hours. So he'd get home like 7 or 8 because he hadn't gone into work till noon. And now he's home by 5 or 6 because he has to be there by 9, which is really nice. But we're just figuring out the sleep thing there. And the other thing is, these sweet little kitties, whom I love very much, but their little internal clocks get a little bit weird, and so breakfast for them is supposed to be at 7, but sometimes they'll come pounce on me at 5:30. So when it's warm, I put them on the back porch at night, but it's really cold right now, and there really isn't anywhere, like, I don't know, it's just not very cozy back here. So anyway, I'm going to try and figure that out. I might put them in our upstairs. I can still hear them if they make sounds up there, but it's not as bad. Like, it muffles it quite a bit, as opposed to when they're right outside the door and like pawing at the doorknob. And then the other thing is like fasting. I need less sleep while I'm fasting, but I still think it puts me at a little bit of a deficit. Like, my body wakes me up because we're in fasting mode, but it still isn't getting all the sleep it needs. So sleep is the thing that we're going to be figuring out. I have a nap plan for today, and then I do have I know for sure because it's all stuff that I've planned, so no one can call in and cancel on me. I do have booked solid from 2 o'clock to 9 o'clock today. So I'm going to go to class in just a couple minutes and get all my workout and all my practicing done that I want to do, and then come home and take a nap. And then my danger period is going to be from waking up to that nap to getting in the car and leaving for my day. So, pray for me there, or send me good energy, whatever it is you want to do to help me, just get out of the house without stuffing something in my face, which, by the way, is a habit I used to have. I still have a little bit of, it's really weird. I have a little bit of anxiety about getting out of my house if I know I need to be somewhere. And it's just this bad habit. I think I actually picked it from my dad because he's always late for things. I'm not always late, but I'm always like right on the minute. And I don't like that. I wish I could be getting to ballet class earlier, and I wish I could be getting to some of my jobs earlier. Actually, my jobs are okay. It's like class. I should be getting to class earlier. And along with this anxiety of, well, what's one more thing I can do before I have to leave the house, I need to grab a snack. And so there was a time I remember where I could not leave the house without something to eat in my hand. And I think I actually developed that habit in college. I was just so worried about, like, I'm going to be hungry later. I better grab, a sandwich or, a hunk of cheese and a piece of fruit. And I just had to have something, like, physically in my hand while I walked out the door. Like, I had to be chewing while I walked up to school or got in my car. And I'm aware of that now, and I've been working on it. But it's still something that will kind of pop up, like, oh, you're leaving for the day? Better grab something because you're going to be hungry later. And that's just a pattern that's in my brain that I'm working on getting rid of. So, yeah, that is my plan for today. I'm going to trade today for yesterday. Today is going to be a fasting day. And then I'm supposed to fast according to my calendar Friday and then maybe Saturday. So we'll see which of those days. Like, it depends on how I feel and what my schedule is like those 2 days. But we'll see which of those days becomes an eating day. And then my husband is going to smoke. I got this giant pork butt at the store, and it was on sale, and it's huge. And he has a smoker, so he's going to smoke that for us for our Sunday. So I'm going to look forward to that and be careful and responsible with how I fast and how I eat Thursday, Friday, Saturday, so that I can fast all day Sunday and then enjoy eating that special meal, because it takes them several hours to prepare something like that. So it's really, really special when we get to eat it. Okay, this again turned out to be a little more rambly than I wanted. So really fast, after eating the carbs, again, I slept really hot, where when I had only eaten carnivore stuff, I didn't sleep over hot, so I was all sweaty this morning. I kind of tossed and turned a little bit, and my tummy felt really heavy. And then I kind of had, sorry, this is too much information. I had this sour feeling in my stomach, and it kind of tastes like I've eaten too many eggs, but now I know it's not the fault of the eggs. It was the combination of that high protein, high fat, and then me dumping some carbs down on top of it. Just like, it's so bad. It just made this sour, nasty feeling in my tummy that I could taste in my mouth too. So just no good. combining, this fabulous diet, carnivore, that, I've been studying so much and has all these benefits, and then dumping trashy carbs down on top of it. Okay, my carbs, it was some oatmeal. I love oatmeal. I have all these associations with it from growing up, like warm oatmeal with butter and sugar. We used to dump brown sugar in it when I was a kid on cold mornings. It was so nice. And I just gave into this comfort food. Why is this comfort food in my house? For my husband. It's actually some muesli. And, he loves it. And I only had like a half a cup of it, maybe three quarters of a cup. And so it wasn't that much, but it was enough to kind of screw me up for the rest of the night. Kick me out of ketosis, I'm pretty sure, and then make me feel yucky and sleep hot. And also, I drool a lot more when I sleep when I've had carbs. So, when I'm fasting or when I've been successful at the carnivore, I've just slept solid and cool and calm. And when I've had those carbs in my tummy, and I'm not saying that like all carbs are bad, but having this, it was mostly oatmeal in my tummy combined with all the high fat, high protein I'd eaten earlier. I tossed and I turned, and I was hot, and I was on this side and this side, and then and like drool all over the place. And I've been getting better at sleeping with my mouth closed, but my mouth just sags open, and then I wake up with this puddle of goo on the side of my face. So I need to keep this in mind next time my brain is tired and stressed and anxious and just wants to eat carbs. Like, you're going to be miserable for the next 12 to 24 hours if you do that. So, I'm going to chalk this up as a learning experience. And, I always feel better when I have a plan for the day. There is a solid plan for the day, so we're going to go for it. Okay, again, this turned out way longer than I wanted to. I'm going to do another montage video probably Friday or Saturday. I know I don't have a lot of people who watch all of these, but I'm going to be playing the piano, taking some ballet class. I'm going to be doing my workout. I show my kitties once in a while. What do you want to see? Or do you just like seeing little snippets out of my life? Or do you not care about that? Should I just stick to these little short videos where it's just my little talking head? Just let me know if you care at all. This is like 99%. This is for me to try and stay accountable, because I know that at least 2 or 3 people are watching the videos. Okay, everyone have a great day. Happy feasting, happy fasting, happy dancing.